If you're paying quarterly taxes, you're working with a CPA, and you still feel like you're handing too much to the IRS, you are not crazy. Tons of our clients come to us in this position, and here's an example of one of them where with just a few changes, he saved over 42 grand in the year. And so let's break down what he changed and how you can do the same. He runs a successful consulting business, first off. He brings in solid revenue and owns 2 rental properties on the side. So keep in mind, this is a real estate investor. And now he is doing the basics. He's paying his quarterlies, which we would recommend. He's tracking expenses, not the cleanest, and he's also working with a CPA. But year after year, it felt the same. He's writing big checks to the IRS, rinse and repeat, but there's no real tax strategy, no forward planning. And of course, no real answers when asked, hey, how can I pay less in taxes? He'd hear about write-offs and real estate strategies online, of course, but didn't know how to apply them to his own situation. And again, his accountant didn't have the expertise to walk him through this. So year after year, the CPA would file the return, but nothing changed. That's when he reached out to us over here at TrueBooks. My name's Matt, and I'm a CPA. I've been a CPA for 10 years, and I'm the owner and founder of TrueBooks. We are a CPA firm in Las Vegas, but working with clients nationally, where we specialize in tax planning and bookkeeping for real estate investors and entrepreneurs. That is what we do. Our goal is to not only keep your financial picture clean, but also work to bring your tax bill down so that ultimately you can keep more of what you earn. And so let's show you exactly what we did for this client to help him stop overpaying to the IRS. First, we cleaned up the bookkeeping. Remember I said he was tracking expenses, but they were messy. And that's because if not tracked properly, you're not going to deduct it confidently, right? And when the IRS comes asking, a spreadsheet or a bank statement that you're going to pull isn't going to make them happy. And so we got him a clean set of books with receipts that match to the transactions and separated personal and business expenses. I can't express enough how important it is to make sure that your personal spending and your business spending is separate. And then again, we want to make sure that everything is audit ready so that in the event that the IRS comes knocking, you're good to go. Trust me, that alone will put thousands of dollars of deductions back on the table that you would have missed otherwise because you're not organized. And similar to him, that's exactly what happened. We were able to scrap up expenses that he was otherwise missing and not tracking because he had a poor accounting system. And that's what we were able to do for him. Put a couple $1,000 back on the deductions because he had a poor accounting system in order. Second, we restructured the business. He was running everything in this business as a sole proprietorship, which is basically you working as yourself. You're paying a ton in self-employment tax, and especially more than you need to. And so now what do? We set him up with an S corporation, and this gives him flexibility on how he's going to pay himself via distribution or W-2. And that's how we optimize and save some money there. So instead of having the entire net income be subject to self-employment tax, now only a portion of it on the piece that he pays himself will be hit with that tax. Third, we help set him up with some retirement planning, a solo 401k. He's able to contribute as both the employee and the employer, pulling about $20,000 off of his taxable income for the year. And remember, this isn't a major loophole. This is simple. This is a 401k that you hear about people talking about, just a solo 401k for someone in their own business. Now, after putting everything in motion, the proper accounting system, optimizing the entity structure, setting up retirement planning, he saved over 40 grand in tax. And this is all legally, but it's proactive tax work. This is nothing crazy, nothing walking the line in the gray area. And if this setup sounds like you, where you're making money, you're paying taxes, and hoping it all works out at the end of the year, you are leaving money on the table, I guarantee it. And most CPAs, remember, do not specialize in tax strategy. They specialize in compliance. They're going to take the forms that you give them. They don't build tax plans, and they're going to prepare your tax returns. And if your business is growing, that is a problem because you're not getting the proactive strategy that you need on top of the tax compliance. What I want you to remember here in this client case study is that nothing that we did for this client is something that you probably haven't already heard on the internet. What I think the problem is, and the gap, is that you don't have somebody there to talk to you about your situation, look at your spreadsheets, look at your bank accounts, look at your legal documents to make sure that they're tailoring that advice to your situation and giving it to you in a digestible format. You need to know. You can watch a YouTube video just like this one and determine, okay, I need to do this, that, and this. And so if you don't know what to do or what to do in what order, that can be a problem, and it's going to lead you to more headache and not this ideal outcome where you have a cleaner financial picture and a smaller tax bill. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit subscribe and check out the next video where we do a crash course for entrepreneurs on how they can better understand their business finances. My name's Matt, and if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I'd be glad to see them.